Welcome all earthlings and other beings. My name is Lara, and this is Zollar Tarot and Art. And today I'm going to be reading your tarot and oracle cards and layers, and I'm tying that into an image that I received as a download in meditation. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and start with this particular drawing, and then after the initial spread with clarifiers, there'll be another video laid over this where you can watch me develop the drawing almost to the end, and at the very end of the video, you can see the finished colorized piece. So I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing great. Been getting some sunshine and everything, getting outside, working on the yard. So anyway, what I was seeing, it was a wall. And this wall had big letters on it in a graffiti style. So I'm going to just go ahead and just sort of lay out how I saw it, and then I'll get this developed. So it said, "Where's your head at?" Because this was the song that's been in my head for several days now, and I knew it was for this particular reading. So it's by Basement Jaxx. I first heard it on the movie Tomb Raider. It was towards the end when she's, beats the bad guy, and she's got her, oh, there's an E in here, isn't there? Her sleigh dogs and everything. So, and it goes, where's your head at? Where's your head at? Where's your head at? And the words go, "Don't let the walls cave in on you. We can live on without you. Don't let the walls cave in on you. You get what you give, that much is true. Where's your head at?" So that's actually basically what this graffiti on this wall is saying, is where's your head at? I am no graffiti expert or anything, although I do love Banksy, but I'm going to do my best to relay what I saw in the image in the meditation. So it's definitely graffiti. Where's your, it was here, sort of. Graffiti's kind of fun though. So I'm thinking, it's more of a feeling. I feel like somebody's kind of in a bad place right now, and that it's almost like it's like they're ungrounded. I don't know if this is you. It could be you, it could be someone else. And just remember that this is a collective reading, not a private reading or a personal reading. So, if it doesn't fit for you, don't make it fit. But if you're here, there's probably something for you. I'm going to do it like that. Where's your head at? And then down below there was like this rose, sort of graffiti rose, with the dripping paint and everything. So I don't know, maybe someone is going through a dark night of the soul and they're like blossoming because of it. Or it could just be some sort of major transformation. We go through several dark nights of the soul, and dark night of the soul just means that it's like heavy emotions. You're just getting to see things from a different perspective, things like that. And it's not an easy time either, because you're going through so much. So also what was here in the forefront of this, which I will actually, I'm going to kind of do this at an angle, were these paint cans. So there were paint cans in here too. So I'm just going to do the rough versions, and then you'll see me develop this over time. All right, so let's put this aside, and we're going to go ahead and do the initial spread with clarifiers. And so that we don't waste any time, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. So here we go. Okay, I have looked over your spread with the original cards and the clarifiers so that we can see what's going on. I see the pattern and how it ties into the drawing, which you should be seeing right here, and I'll be working on it as we go over this. So, okay, just remember as I'm reading this that, again, it's not a personal reading, it's collective, and him and her can be interchangeable. So we all have varying degrees of masculine and feminine energy. So just put it where it applies for you. All right. So here's what I'm seeing is like you've really, whoever this is for, if it's you or who you're thinking of, has really been kind of like very disappointed with people. I see you've been working really hard and you've just had a lot of disappointments. You've had a series of perhaps like bad relationships or, maybe business things didn't come through or something. But I think in this case, given the rest of the reading, that this is actually about relationships. This could be friendships and romantic relationships where you've just dealt with like narcissists, you've been dealing with people who are lazy or who, can't hold their own or who deceive and lie and, all of that stuff that we don't want in a relationship. Because you have the Four of Cups twice, and the Four of Cups is about things like apathy, or it could be like, yeah, like I said, disappointment, remorse, regret, missed opportunities, and even depression. Um, and so, but what the reading is showing me is that really it's just that that's kind of where your head's been. So thus we have the where's your head at? So your head's been kind of in that space and you've been shifting it over to not focus so much on the three missed, the three empty cups. Because on this card, see, the divine is handing you this other cup that's full. So, and in this case, this is like someone who's on a trapeze here trying to hand this person in the boat this cup full, but this person's just sad because of the past, and they're sad about these three spilled and empty cups, and they're looking off into the water thinking about someone. See how there's a face in the water. So okay, so there might have been one person in particular, or a person and their family or something like that that you've lost or moved away from, or I'm seeing you've had to block some people and everything. But it's just like you've had to shift from focusing on that so much because it's been a while, because it really hurt. I can see that. And into what you do want in life, because I see you've got passions, because you've got the Page of Pentacles here. This is someone who's, they're putting makeup on and getting ready for a show. You might be a performer, or you might have a platform online or something like that. But it's just like you still have passion. You're still excited about what your work is, what you do. So you've been trying to focus on that and shift your emotions. The King of Cups is here as someone who feels things very deeply, but they have balanced emotions. They know how to they're tolerant, they're empathetic. If this is about you, it's saying that you're like a compassionate person and a leader. You're balanced, you're friendly, you're loyal, and you just dealt with a lot of like disloyal people or people who they just can't match your energy, right? So what I'm seeing here is you're getting past all this feeling left out, feeling isolated, maybe feeling out in the cold. You might have had some money issues because of these past relationships. Maybe they drained you dry, or there was a divorce or something, whatever happened. And like if you were in a narcissistic relationship, they would have drained your resources as much as possible, and until the end. So, okay, so what I'm seeing now is that there's someone who's really obsessed with you, and is coming in with a love offer. And I'm seeing love offers in some other places too. But these are both laying over the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is wonderful because that's all about, that's about fulfillment on all levels. This is about happily ever after, security, inheritance. It could be legacy, leaving a legacy, a really happy home, like getting a windfall, stability, privilege. I think of it as stability a lot. And just having stability in your life is like a big deal. If you don't have stability, or you've been through something in your life where you haven't had stability, you'll know stability is valuable. And that's not always about having lots of money, although I see lots of money in here. You've got several money cards. But just finding someone that you can trust, that you can be with and build a life with, is valuable in itself. That's a really beautiful thing. Right. Also, you might be getting past some addictions as well. That's what I'm seeing. So you've got the Two of Cups here. And this is a love card. It could be a partnership as well. But this is someone who, it could be partnering with the divine. It could be. But I feel like this is more of a romantic thing. It's almost like someone comes in like an angel, like they're an angel. And, you know, they somehow fill your cup up. So you have these angels pouring this water into this person's cup here. And, I see this shell here, which again, that the shell reminds me of the of Venus who comes out of the shell, or Aphrodite who comes out of the shell when she's born, the birth of Venus, right? So it kind of reminds me of that. And Venus or Aphrodite is all about love. So this person coming in wants to fill your cup, and you will fill theirs as well. And I feel like there's also going to be like a load of money coming in. for you with this. It might start out as like a friendship partnership or something, but I see it quickly turning into something romantic. And this person might be well off, or they know how to deal with money well. And it might be something that whatever your passion is about, that person might be able to say, oh, I know what to do with this, and help you make money out of what you're doing. You build a life together, right? The 10 of Pentacles. So, and you know, they appreciate your passion and that you're an independent person. You know, you got the Queen of Wands here. She's a very confident person, energetic, independent, very charismatic, very sexy. They see all these qualities in you, and it brings this out of you too. So if you're around the right people, they bring the best qualities out, and they appreciate who you are. They're not trying to tear you down or compete with you or all that nonsense. So, and this allows you to kind of go onto a new path, which is breaking free from these sort of depression kind of energies and everything, this sort of dwelling on the past, right? And being sorrowful about what the losses were. This is a whole different shift. So when this person comes in for you, this is going to shift things for you tremendously. But you've done this too. You've set this up. You have resonated at a certain vibrancy. So this person could come in and match that. So you must be an angel as well, or, you know, someone who they would see that way. I'm seeing that there's going to have to be a little bit of waiting or patience required. In the initial part of the relationship. There might be someone, this person coming in might be dealing with getting rid of some abusive people. They might have gone through a fight, or maybe you did, and it's having to, you know, or any kind of contentiousness. It doesn't have to be with other people. It could be with a system or something like that. As a matter of fact, you know, that reminds me kind of like the drawing over here, which is, you know, graffiti. And you know, graffiti artists or taggers, you know, they usually, it's usually illegal what they're doing. And like even the famous ones like Banksy, I love Banksy, but Banksy always, you know, he knows how to get in and out, and he puts his art, his beautiful, you know, socially aware art onto places that he's not supposed to. And, you know, he would be arrested if they caught him. So I think it's funny though how his art now is being taken by people so they can put him into galleries and collect it and charge tons of money, and that's so not Banksy. But anyway, that's a tangent. So, but yeah, this almost reminds me of like the going against society, because you know, taggers or art, the graffiti artists are basically thumbing their nose at the society. You know, they're basically saying, "Oh yeah, is that the rule? I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm gonna put my art up everywhere for everyone to see." So, yeah. So somehow, this fighting or contentiousness has strengthened. It's almost like there's something about that bonds the two of you together. It could be that both of you have been coming out of very damaging relationships, and you've been through a lot, and you've healed, and you know, you're ready at this higher vibration to be with one another, and this is leading to marriage. Look at that. And this is not just marriage, this Four of Wands. This is also about feeling welcomed, feeling wanted, you know, feeling like you want to celebrate. And again, this is another one about stability. You know, these are both stability cards, and this is laying over the star. So gosh, you know, it's just like, if this works out the way I'm seeing it for you and everything, not only could you end up with, you know, plenty of wealth and a beautiful romantic love that matches you, that's good for you, but also you could find some sort of stardom. And if you do have a platform, that could be what that's about. So it could, this person might take you to a whole different level with your career and what you're offering the world. You could be like a real power couple. That's what I'm getting here. And this ends in this beautiful, you know, Ace of Cups here. This is a love card. This is all about just new love. And this is marriage and getting proposed to, definitely new romance. So this is joy, lots of joy here. Absolutely beautiful. So where's your head at? You know, it's just like, stop focusing on the crap from the past. Just take the lessons you can get from that, you know, because everything is a lesson, and turn that into power for yourself, and turn it into something where you can express your beautiful self. You know, there's no coincidence that the rose is on the drawing too, because that is romance, right? So that's what that symbolizes for me. Now it's all making sense. And you know, the paint cans, you make it yourself. And there's two of them. So it's just like the two of you, you create your own art, and you do it the way that you want to, despite what anybody else thinks, despite what society says. You two are a power couple that can create what you want, and you're going to. So let's pull from this oracle deck and see if there's anything else about this that Spirit wants you to know about. All right, here we go. What do we need to know, please, for this collective? Also, I will list all the cards, the decks that I'm using down below in the description box, and I'm doing this to not only make it easier for you to get the decks you want if you're interested in reading cards, but also to give thanks to the artists, the writers, the publishers, the designers, all of those who create these beautiful decks. All right, another one, please, for this collective. You know, I've had a lot of my art stolen over the years, still being stolen right now, and they don't give me credit. And of course, they don't pay me either, but, you know, an artist at least wants credit for their work. They don't want it to be stolen. They don't want someone else taking, you know, credit for something they worked so hard on. So I just feel like it's always important to give artists the credit they deserve. Unfortunately, most taggers, we can't give them credit because we don't know who they are unless you're in that group. But let's see what else is here. Okay. Good. All right, we have Mystic Meadow, we have Aspen Spirit, and we have Spirit Guardian of Autumn. So, you know, it's talking about sanctuary, courage, and letting go. Well, we know that we've been talking about letting go of focusing so much on the disappointments from the past. People have hurt you in the past. That's not going to serve you anymore. Just take the lessons and move forward. Go be this, you know, this fool who goes out into the world new and trusting and all of that. So, and then what this is showing me is these two cards really go together, you know, because this one's talking about sanctuary and this is courage. So you've had to have a lot of courage to get through all of this stuff to get where you are, and even to trust again in a new relationship, right? That takes a lot of courage, especially if you've been hurt before. So have that courage, transform. You see the butterflies all over here, and you've walked through the woods, right, and found your castle. This is your 10 of Pentacles. And see how the castle's here in the background here too. So this is like figuring out who your true friends are. We've got a lot of animal friends here. Who are your true friends? And following this path so that through the trees again to the castle that you can see in the far distance. And so maybe it's kind of like not clear yet, but it will become more clear as you have courage and you keep moving forward and letting go of what you don't need, right? Okay, let's see what your obstacles are. What are the obstacles for this collective, please? The things that are getting in the way, the challenges, the obstacles, please. What are the obstacles? Obstacles, please. What are the obstacles? Obstacles for this collective. Please like and subscribe too. That helps this channel. If you want to comment, I always like feedback to see if this reading resonates with you. You can claim this video or this reading down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to leave a heart, leave a purple heart. Okay, another one, please, on the challenges and obstacles for this collective, the things that are facing. Wow. Owie. Okay. Wheel. Well, the Nine of Cups is fine. This is a good card, but it's saying, you know, this is the Nine of Cups is always about independence, being solo, and it might have been really hard for you to break free from these other ties and connections. You might have to cut a lot of people off. I mean, if you're breaking away from a narcissistic relationship, for instance, it's a good idea to get rid of all the flying monkeys. All the flying monkeys are things like their family, their friends, anyone that's connected to them, because the narcissist will go through and literally slander you, make up lies, say all kinds of stuff to make themselves look like either the victim or the hero, but it's never their fault, right? So it might have been hard for you to break free from all this nonsense that's been going on from the past that really, you know, really disappointed you. It was a real big disappointment. You know, but you knew you had to break free. So you did go out on your own, but it's been not been easy. And it might be too because, you know, fine, because there's a lot of pentacles in here. The Knight of Pentacles, she's someone who is very financially well off, likes nice things, lives in luxury and stuff, but she might have had some challenges with money in the past that had tied into these. That might be one of the disappointments, as a matter of fact, was that something or business thing didn't work out, something like that. Also, you know, you've really been a hard press to get out of your head. So you might have been dealing with nightmares, maybe migraines, even anxiety. Sometimes you might feel like you are at the breaking point. Again, dealing with depression, which we saw over here with the Four of Cups twice. So I feel like there's a lot of depression here you've been having to overcome. And I know what that feels like, and I'm really, really sorry. So, you know, really speak nicely to yourself. You know, really, we'll see what the solutions are and everything. But one of the best ways to get out of these funks is to just start talking more kindly to yourself, having compassion for yourself. And then you'll have more compassion for others as well, too. So, and then of course, this is the painful ending. This is someone who's got 10 swords in their back. They're lying there, dead or almost dead. And so painful endings are difficult challenges to deal with. We have to do that in our life occasionally. And start over sometimes, and I can see that you've had to do that. But obviously, with this love coming in, this wealth, and possibly fame, this is all gonna, this is, that ending is something you will definitely surpass. So I see you've been dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of really standing up for yourself, and trying just to get up, but always get up. That song, there was that song by Tub Thumping. It says, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You ain't ever gonna bring me down. That's how it goes, yeah. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You ain't never gonna bring me down. Maybe you need to go listen to that song. It's a real peppy song. I like that song. Yeah, okay. Also, for some reason, that song is reminding me of drinking, because there's a lot of drinking in that song. If you were dealing with addictions for some reason, definitely alcohol is something you want to walk away from, or it looks like you were walking away from it. And it could be that alcohol was a destructive force in your life at some point. Not necessarily you, but it could be someone near you or you had a relationship with had some sort of addictions like alcohol. So because of that song popping in my head, I would have to say, yeah, it definitely, with alcoholism, if you were in an alcoholic relationship and you then you were codependent. So, and alcoholics are not necessarily full-blown narcissists, but they usually are highly narcissistic, which it can be almost as painful as a full-blown narcissist. But the problem is when they drink lots of alcohol, when people consistently drink alcohol, especially hard liquor, and they do it a lot and they pass out and things like that, guess what happens? Lower level entities will move into your body, will attach to you, and they're really hard to get rid of, right? And you won't even know they're there. And I'm talking about people who, are the alcoholics with entities attached. It's really hard for them to break free. And so when you see an alcoholic like switch up on you suddenly, or, they say horrible things to you, do horrible things, the next day they don't remember it or anything, it's because it wasn't them. It's that thing that was attached to them, saying and doing all those things. That doesn't mean it's okay. But alcoholism, I know from personal experience, not that I was the alcoholic, but dealing with a relationship like that is extremely destructive and very painful. And you have to break away from that codependency. So yeah, I'm really sorry if you've been dealing with something like that. So what I want from this deck now, this Oracle deck, is solutions, please. What are the solutions, the best thing that this collective can do for the best results? Again, letting go. Look at that. All right, another one, please. Okay, and another one. Best solutions, the things this collective can do for the best results. Okay. Well, for one thing, there needs to be a release of emotions. So if you're holding back emotions, you need to like allow yourself to cry. Take a bath and cry. You might need to do this several times. You might need to take a salt bath, as a matter of fact, use Epsom salts. That helps you clear things out energetically. But you might be finding that because you don't want to get those things bottled up, because that'll just create illness in the body. You want to allow yourself to cry when you need to cry. If it's not convenient at the time, then go into a bathroom or whatever you need to do to go cry. Keep some Kleenex on you, whatever you need to do, so that when it comes up, you can let it go. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. I know from experiencing this, that's just what you got to do. You just have to let it go. And again, letting go over here. See, moving on, letting go. And that is your key to freedom. That's the key to freedom. You have protection around you from the ethers, the ascended masters. Like, for instance, Jesus is an ascended master, Kuan Yin. There are a bunch of ascended masters from different cultures. So whatever speaks to you, whatever your masters are, they are coming to you and are listening. So it says devoted spirits with specific intentions. So whatever this mission is that you have, that's going to be working with this person that's coming in and everything, your partner, they're going to be very specific missions that you will have to do together. And you've already fulfilled some missions in your life probably, but you will have the devoted masters with you, but you need to ask for intervention. Say out loud things like, If you work with Jesus, for instance, say, Jesus, please intervene on my behalf to do this, to get this, you know, and always make it positive, because the Ascended Masters aren't going to work with people who have bad intentions or anything like that. It's not going to work. So make sure your intentions are already clean. But I know they are. So, but you want your freedom. So maybe that's what you could ask them to help you with, is to get your freedom, to let go of these emotions that you don't need anymore, to cleanse yourself and be free, right? Okay, so I'm going to pull from this next oracle. This is a little bit different. I believe this deck's called Wild Harmonics, but I will list it down below. Let's see, is there anything else that this collective needs to know before we wrap this up, please? Spirit, what do we need to know for this collective? Okay. Yeah, it is heavy matters, that's for sure. Okay, another one, please. Yeah. Wow. Well, this is a very heavy transformation you're going through. This is very, very deep. Okay, whoops, I don't take dropped cards. Nope, I don't. All right, here we go. One more, please, for this collective, something that will help them. So you're being asked to look a little deeper. You're being asked to work with your dreams, right? But look deeper, because you've got heavy matters, deeper self, and dreaming layers. Layers means deep, depth, right? Deep, being deeper. And of course, we know dreams can be very deep. So just do your best to try to remember your dreams. You can set intentions before you sleep to remember your dreams, or for the answers to come to you in your dreams. Also, if you do, you know, like more of an active meditation where you're awake, but you're like going somewhere in your mind and you're actually doing things in your mind, like say you're painting or drawing or playing an instrument or writing something, or, you know, pulling a book out of a library in your mind. This is in your imagination and everything. Doing things like that is like it's like a waking meditation. So dreaming here is not only you know, it's like getting information in your actual dreams and you're sleeping, but this is also in your meditations as well. It all comes in layers. So don't expect everything to come to you all at once, all the information, if you're getting downloads or things like that. And you will get more downloads as you clear away this stuff and focus on what you do want, right? So heavy matters. You might be feeling a little heavy. You might need to take a little bit of a break or a rest, right? So heavy matters are relieved when you let things go and you cry and you let it go, and acknowledging that there's more to you than just what you thought. There's more to you than on the surface. You're much deeper and you can go deeper. And, you know, that doesn't have to be scary. Sometimes it feels like a rabbit hole. This is true. But I think in this case that you're on the right track and you're going to get the rewards that you deserve from doing this deep, deep inner work. The inner work is so important to clear up your traumas and to, you know, heal, because then once you do that, then all, you know, the people who are narcissists or things like that cannot hook into your energy anymore. And narcissists are not just people. It's also like, certain societal expectations and things like that. None of that will matter to you anymore because you're good with yourself, right? So anyway, I hope that helped you in some way, that you've been inspired. I will be posting the finished drawing, the color drawing in a second. And I do appreciate you. If you have subscribed and liked my videos, commented, you're just amazing. And I really do truly appreciate the support. And if you want to give feedback down below, that's awesome. And, you know, this is fun for me, and I hope this helped you in some way. So thank you so much for being here. And until I see you next time, thank you. Bye-bye.